the multiplying fractions problem solving slides. So it says Liz had 2/3 of a pan of brownies. She gave 1/4 of that to a neighbor. How much of the pan did the neighbor receive? So we're going to look at this problem as area model because we're multiplying 2/3 times 1/4. All right. So the first thing I have to do is I have to partition my square into thirds. Now your teacher may have did the double shading, or she may have found the area or the dimensions of that rectangle. So I'm going to first shade in 2/3 of my area. All right. Then I'm going to partition the opposite direction into fourths. And I'm going to shade in 1/4 of that section. Now, the way we find our answer with the double overlap is the portion that is shaded in twice. So right here, my answer is 2/12. And that does simplify down to 1/6. All right, then I also want to show you the way you can find it using the dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to redraw my square, and I'm going to partition it into thirds again, but this time I'm not going to shade. Okay. Then I'm going to partition the opposite direction into fourths. All right, so my first number was 2/3, so I'm going to go over 2/3 of my square, and then I'm going to go down 1/4. And as you can see on both rectangles, you have the same portion shaded in, which gives you the exact same answer. And that's it.
Hey guys, we're going to look at number 2 on our multiplying fractions problem solving slideshow. The question is, Jake asked his parents for a skateboard that cost $45. They said they would pay 1/5 of the price. How much will Jake's parents pay? So our first thing we got to figure out is, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? We've discussed before this quarantine happened that of told us that we're multiplying. So if they're going to pay 1/5 of the price, that means that we're going to write the equation 1/5 times $45. So when we're multiplying with fractions, our amount is actually, when we're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, our whole number is getting smaller because we're only finding a fraction or a piece of that whole number. So for this question, we're going to use the number line strategy. So I want you to think about a number line that extends from $0 to $45. His parents are paying 1/5 of the price. So I'm going to fifth my number line into 5 equal parts. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His parents have agreed to pay 1/5. So that's going to be that first tally mark we get to. So in order to find out what that amount is, we've got to divide 45 into 5 equal parts. So if you have 45 divided by 5, what does that give us? 9. So we're going to skip count by 9s. 9 times 1, 9. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 3, 27. 9 times 4, 36. His parents have agreed to pay 1/5. So that means they are going to pay how much money? $9. So the answer to our question would be $9. And you're finished.
All right, guys, we are going to be doing number 3 from the multiplying fractions problem solving page. It says ground beef can be about 1/4 fat that is lost in cooking. How much fat would be lost from 20 pounds of beef? So what we're going to do first is we're going to write our equation. We have 1/4 times 20. Now, on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to do the set model where we used our counters. So what I'm going to do is I have my denominator that is 4. So I'm going to have 4 groups. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And I'm going to keep counting until I get to 20. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have my 20 counters, and my fraction says 1/4 of this 20. So I'm only looking at one of my groups. So I'm going to outline one of my groups. And I need to see how many counters or circles I have in my one group. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there was 5 pounds that was lost. So 5 pounds is your answer.